A video on making a bit of pork stroke bacon ragu. So I've made had some offcuts of pork which I've just salted for a couple of days, and it's made like I've got hiccups. Got a bit of bacon. So I kind of thought, well, we'll make a bit of ragu, and using up that, and it'll be part of the 10 simple ingredients. So we'll make a bit of a bit of a pork ragu, and then we'll make some. Have got making some pasta as well. It might be 2 videos, it might be 1. And then this is the. So I was rendering down some pork skin and pork fat to make lard. And these are all the kind of bits that are left after all the lard's kind of been squished out of it. So I kind of thought, we'll throw those away. We'll throw those away. If you had a dog, give them to the dog, and the dog will love. Well, the dog just loves you anyway, doesn't it? Regardless of how many treats you give it. But those crusty bits on bottom, I'll add to the flavour of the pork ragu. So we won't waste those. We'll just scrape these off like that, and then we'll carefully brown the bacon a little bit in the container. And then add some onions and add some tomatoes, and then slowly cook it down in the oven, because I've got things to do today and I can't really be bothered watching a pan on the stove. But we can just put something in the oven just to slowly tick away, can't we? Yes. Right. So I have started frying the onions a little bit just in that pan, just to start lifting up the goodness on the bottom of it. But it'll come off as it cooks, and then we've just fried off the bits of pork stroke bacon just to give them a little bit of colour, because we're not using many ingredients and we're not using particularly excellent quality. We just need to be a little bit more what's the word? We just need to kind of help it along a little bit more, so by using all kinds of methods. So you don't have to brown the meat, you don't have to soften the onions, you can just, but we're using cheap tomatoes and we're using not many ingredients, so we just need to give it a bit of a hand. That tomato will have just lifted off any kind of crispy bits on the bottom of the pan, and then we'll just rinse the tins out with some water, and then do the same. Rinse that water into there as well. So tomatoes in there. 4 tins of tomatoes, I think. Yeah, we might as well make plenty, and then we can, if it's going to be in the oven, we might as well utilise it and make us, not as much as possible, but make us a substantial amount, and then just rinse out the tins with a bit of water so we don't waste that tomato that's in there. It'll evaporate off anyway, but it just saves on the food waste, doesn't it? And then just that water in there like that, just to lift off any tomato residual in there. Because we paid for it, we're going to use it all, and then cover on, and then in the oven 150 degrees, and what'll slowly happen is the bacon stroke pork will cook nice and slowly, and the everything will kind of condense down, and we'll be left with a lovely bacony, porky ragu, which we'll be able to use in other dishes. So up to boil, and then a bit of foil on the top of it, and then in the oven 150 degrees, and we're back in 4 hours time, something like that. Right, so it's definitely ready, because I turned the oven off about half an hour ago just to cool it slightly, but it's still hot. As you can see, the meat is lovely and tender. I need to fold to bits there. So we need to pull the meat to one side, and then we can shred it, and then the rest of the onions and the tomato, what we'll do is we'll just slightly mash it with the potato masher, just to break it up and make it a little bit smoother, and then we can shred the meat back into the ragu. Also, we'll be able to find out any bits of. Now we should pull the meat out. We'll pull the meat out and use the foil. So, but you get the idea of what we'll do. So we'll pull the meat to one side, but I'll just get the potato masher in there and just squish the onion and tomato just to make it a bit smoother, like that. Could puree it, but we just need to make it a little bit more puree. I was thinking, I didn't say, but I was thinking about putting some carrot in. But I think if we're going to put carrot in a ragu, then we really need to put celery in, and there isn't celery in the 10 simple ingredients. So, but that's what I normally would do. I would put in carrots, onion, and celery, and you get a nice savouriness from the celery, which offsets the sweetness of the carrots. But there you go. So, how's that meat taste? Not particularly good. Oh, well. Got a bit of mix that in there, and a bit of sauce. It'll need a bit of seed. No, it might not actually. I'll put a little bit of salt in. But the pork stroke bacon was already a little bit salty. I forgot to put some thyme in. We've got thyme in the garden, and I meant to put some in. But that's lovely as that. That's lovely as that. Considering that's just cheap tin tomatoes, onion, and some pork that we kind of turned into bacon. That's lovely. And those little bits of good. Yeah, actually, if we don't want to waste those bits of flavour on the tin foil, either, do we? So we'll just move the pork around, and it'll just pick that up. There's a yellow tinge to this camera, this film. Anyway, so that's a success, isn't it? Is this going to be part of another video? No, I think it's going to be a separate video, because I kind of well, we could do. Maybe I'll do like a break it down. So I'm going to do some pasta with some strong flour. So maybe I'll combine it all into one, and then we'll do some separate parts to it as well. Because I kind of think if you want like an easy ragu recipe, you don't want to have to faff all the way through me making pasta, do you? But anyway, success.